Y'all day. What's going on, y'all? Man, I feel like I just got back home. Feel me? From a long trip. That's what I feel like. I just got back home from a long trip. It's been a minute since I've been live. I took about a week and a half off. Had a lot going on. So I took some time. Sometimes we gotta take some time, right? Sometimes we gotta take time to just lock in on what yourself and your inner person and just deal with you. That's what I took some time doing. I got a lot of y'all that DM me saying, "Hey, what's up? Where you at? Where you been?" I appreciate. Be like, oh, I almost cried when I saw Be like. Listen, let me tell y'all something. It takes something. It really do take something to go after what you love, man. Let me say this. Welcome to the morning shift with Corey Cofield. Welcome to the morning shift. Hosted by me, your guy, Corey Cofield, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. And the purpose of the morning shift is uh, to like I said, shift our mind first thing in the morning, in the AM, to a perspective of wealth, prosperity, health, divine connections, supernatural appointments, um, uh, um, positivity. Because there's so much stuff, y'all. If we're not careful, it's so much stuff that could. It's so much stuff that could, make you down and make you, not believe in what you're supposed to be doing. And if you're not careful, you know what I'm saying, those things will wear in on you. And before you know it, you you doubting what your purpose is. You doubting what you were meant to do. And so let me tell you, don't doubt what you were meant to do, man. And sometimes it's not going to be a big crowd of people. Uh, it's not going to be a big crowd of people that's rallying behind you. It's not going to be a big crowd of people that's saying you can do it. Go, go, go. Sometimes it's just going to be you and your dream. Sometimes it's going to be you and your dream. Sometimes it's going to be just you and what you believe in. And these times is is uh it is unavoidable, right? These times are unavoidable. So when you're going after what you love, when you're going after your dreams and stuff, when you're going after your dreams and stuff, uh, you can't always focus on the outcome. You can't always focus on what it looks like. You always can't focus on the results. Sometimes you just got to put your head down and do the work. You just got to put your head down and do the work, right? That means um, you go live even if you've got no followers or no viewers. That means you go to the gym even if you don't see not one bit of results, right? It means you do the work regardless if you see the benefit right away or not. And I'm gonna tell you, when you're going after something you love, when you're going after your visions, and when you chase, not chasing, because we should never have to chase anything. I made a song a long time ago. It says, "I don't chase money, money chase me," and that got to be our perspective. We can't go around chasing stuff, right? We got to go after the stuff that comes to us naturally. We got to come after the stuff that comes to us naturally, right? And so I'm just checking in with y'all, just checking in, letting y'all know I'm good, letting y'all know that life is amazing, letting y'all know that anything you see today, you can have in your life. That's the truth. And letting y'all know that our perspective is going to create our provision. Our perspective is going to create our lives. So this live is just to check in with you, man, just to say, How you holding up? Y'all can comment if you want, If not, I know you watching. And I'm here to say, y'all day, everything gonna be okay, man. Everything gonna be okay. I know the world is looking like super crazy right now. A lot of unprecedented things are occurring. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. Yah has never lost control. So regardless what's going on around you, you're gonna be okay. I remember this ancient text I read a long time ago, and I was going through a lot of stuff, man. People around me was going through a lot of stuff. And I remember reading this, and it said, 1,000 can fall at your left hand, 10,000 can fall at your right hand, but it won't come near your camp. That's something else. Yah said this, 1,000 can fall at your right hand, or your right hand, right? And 10,000 at your left, but it won't come near you. Now that's crazy, because if you look at that, if it says that 1,000 can fall at your right hand and 10,000 can fall at your left, that's pretty close, because your right and left hand is like right there, right? But then it comes back and says, but it won't come near you. So how can something happen close to you but don't get near you? Think about that. How can something happen close to you but don't get near you? That means that people close to you may go through stuff. The world may go through things. But if you keep the right perspective, it won't come near your house. I remember COVID when it first came and everybody was all crazy. Even me, I got fearful. And I started worrying, like, oh my God. I remember, thinking it's it. Everybody's over it, But it didn't even come near my camp. Like most of the whole time, nobody in my family or myself got sick, right? A lot of people got sick, but it didn't come in my house. And I feel like sometimes we got to believe past what we see, man. Believe past what you see. The world looks like it's going crazy, but we win. But we win. Do you realize that? You win? If you watching this, or if you came across this in any way, shape, or form, don't you know that was meant to happen? That you were meant to hear these words, that you're going to be okay? Get to the work. Get to the work. I'm just checking in, man. Welcome to the morning shift, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. My goal is to stream Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. PT PST, 8:30 EST. All right. That's the goal. But sometimes you can get to doing something, and before you know it, you get discouraged because you start focusing on the numbers, right? And that's why I say it's so imperative, when you're doing what you love, when you're doing your goals and your dreams, you can't focus on the results. If you say you're going to go live every day, you're going to tell people a certain thing, you have to do that regardless of what. It don't matter if anybody's showed up. It's not about who show up. It's about what you say you're going to do. And life has a way of seeing if you're consistent before the prize. See, a lot of times we want to get stuff, right? But the very thing that we're looking for can ruin us. The very thing that you're looking for could be the very thing that ruin you. So a lot of times we got to know that the universe, the all-knowing universe, Yah, the powerful, all-knowing one, knows what's best for us. And at the end of the day, sometimes we don't even know what's best for ourselves. And so we fight and fight and fight and strive for certain things, but those things that take us down. So Yah said, no, I can't let you have that right now. For instance, if you had a king, it's been many times in history where kings were kids, right? You got a king that's a kid, right? Or just say you got some celebrity like myself. So just say my little son, Copious, right? I know I got a 5-year-old. Even though I could have a car prepared for him, even though I know the minute he's old enough to drive a vehicle, he has one, will I give him the keys and say, go drive now? Here go your car, son, go. He's 5. If he even know how to start the car up, is he going to be able to reach the pedals to control it? Is he going to be able to see over the steering wheel in order to steer the car? Or is the very thing that was meant to be a blessing for him end up taking him out because he crashes it? Or he uses it and hurts somebody else that didn't deserve it, right? So even though he has all the rights to the car, that I got it for him, it's his, it's ready, he's not ready to receive it. So I don't give it to him. I don't give it to him because I realize he's not ready for it. I realize that the thing that's meant to be an amazing thing for him will be the very thing that takes him out. Why? Because he's not ready for it. So some things you're waiting for, some things that you believe in for, you getting prepared for. You're not ready to have it right now, or you will, or you would. But delay does not mean denial. Delay does not mean denial. Just because something is delayed doesn't mean it's denied. Right? You ever waited on an Amazon package? You ever waited on something in the mail and you paid for next day delivery and it didn't come? But just because it didn't come that next day like it was supposed to, doesn't mean that it won't come at all. So sometimes you wait on something and it's delayed and you feel like, oh, I've been denied. No, you're being prepared. You're being prepared for it to come. And so be anxious for nothing. Be anxious for nothing. I call it skating through the drought. Skate through the drought. Skate through the drought. Skate through the drought. Sometimes you may not see it right away. Sometimes you may not see what you're looking for right away, but life will give it to you. You just got to keep believing. And you got to keep going after it like you never have before. Let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all just watching this right now have books that you know you were supposed to finish. Some of y'all got movies that you know you were supposed to have been wrote. Some of y'all got songs and ideas and all this stuff y'all know was supposed to be done already, but you have not executed on it. You haven't executed. You know it's stuff you're supposed to have been done, but you haven't done it yet. That's okay, because it's never too late. You got to get to it right now. We don't have as much time as we think we do. We don't have as much time as we think we do, man. Everybody just running around like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow turns into never. So you have to take your time and execute on the stuff that you know you're supposed to do every single time. You got to take your time to execute on the stuff you know you're supposed to do every single time. You know some stuff you're supposed to have been done. A lot of us mind has been cluttered. You know why? A lot of us mind has been cluttered, and the reason why is because your space is cluttered. Your car is cluttered. Do you know it's a statistic to say, I think it says over 70% of people reported when their workspace is clean, they perform better. A study showed that people said over 75% of people said when their workspace is tidied up, they work better. When your space is all cluttered, your house, your car, your mind will be the same way. And that's why it's so important. I tell all my people, look, straighten up, man. Keep your house clean. Keep your car clean. I know some people like, oh, what? Like this goes without saying, but it doesn't. People be fresh as heck outside. But you go to their house and their dishes all dirty, their house filthy. You get in their car and find a doggone chicken bone. Listen, it all matters. I'm just telling y'all that all matters. You can believe it or not. But it all matters, man. Every little thing matters. And if you're walking around, like you ever see somebody, they on there with a selfie, like in their bathroom, but you look in the picture on the mirror dirty, and they got all kind of stuff on the counter. You see some cooking spray. Stuff ain't even supposed to be in the bathroom, all on the counter. You like, bro, like, go to people's houses and their refrigerator look like somebody, a gremlin exploded in it. Microwave dirty, just like, I wouldn't put my food in that microwave if you paid me. If you gave it to me for free, no thank you. See, it sounds funny and it's a joke, but it really matters. It really matters. How they say cleanliness is next to godliness. How you keep your space around you would dictate the energy that you come out your house with. I promise you that. People don't think so. People don't think so, but it's true, man. People who have cluttered spaces, nasty homes, nasty environments where they stay and they raise their kids in, don't you know that put a perspective in the child? Let's see. Y'all know I be wanting to come with the receipts. Let's see if we can find some. I'm just checking in today. Welcome to the morning shift, where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. And today I'm just checking in. I'm just letting y'all know it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. PKR. Yah day to you. Thanks for checking in. We're going to look up these statistics. Let me see. How many people turn out to do successful stuff in life who grew up with an unclean house, car, and environment versus people who had a clean house, car, or environment? We're gonna look it up. All you gotta do is Google. Like, I'm just speaking what's on my heart right now. I didn't do no research on this at all. We about to see together. We're about to see together right now. I just checked. You guys can check yourself if you want to. So it says there isn't a single study that directly compares success rate to people based strictly on whether they grew up in clean or unclean houses, cars, or environments, but there is strong research linking environmental cleanliness to habits, mindset, mental health, and long-term success. So it's more than what I said. It's more than what I said. I said growing up in a clean house could determine whether or not that you be successful, right? This saying it's studies that show. Wait, hope I ain't drown out. If I cut off, y'all forget the audio. I'm talking on other social media platforms. I'm streaming on all social media platforms right now too, y'all. Thank y'all for sharing the live. Appreciate that. Listen, let me tell you something. What I was just saying is, I was talking about how your house and your environment would dictate your success rate. So if you raising your kids and you're growing up in a space that's just cluttered, dirty, you know what I'm saying, stuff not clean, dishes in the sink, clothes piled all up, that affects your mental, that affects your mind, that affects how your kids are raised. It's important. Like I said, you get in somebody's car and they got a microwave in it. That's not funny. I'm not even laughing at that like that, but I'm serious. Think about it. You get in people's car and they got all kind of stuff that never should be in a car, bruh. You like, why is this in here? Why do I see a dish rag in your car? And I talked about, I wondered, I Googled how many people turn out successful that grew up in unclean houses or environments, right? It's junk all in the street. You go outside your house, it's trash all over the ground, couches and stuff all on the curb, just a messed up environment. And I felt like that would make people, I wanted to see how many people are successful with that. So I Googled it. And what we found out is that, like I said, it's not a single study that directly compares success rate to people based upon strictly whether they grew up in clean or unclean houses, cars, or environments. But there is strong research linking environmental cleanliness to habits, mindsets, mental health, and long-term success. So it's more than just whether or not you're being successful. Whether or not your environment is clean, it affects your habits, your mindset, and your mental health. Think about that. Now, how many of us have never really thought about that concept? How many of us have said, wow, how my house is directly affects my mental state, my habits, my long-term success? How many of us have really thought like that? We just think cleaning the house is just, oh, clean the house. But I have to have my environment clean. I have to have the stuff around me clean. Take some time. Fold your clothes up. Like, this stuff is sound elementary. People like, oh, man, I don't need you to tell me this. But I'm trying to tell you, this is what successful people do. And if they don't do it themselves, they pay somebody to have it done. They make enough money to be able to take care of it. Let me tell you something. I got a housekeeper now that only comes like once every 2 weeks to do like a deep cleaning. because I got a real smaller place, right? But I still want my stuff clean, like the windows and dust, and all my clothes folded neatly and put up. This is stuff I want for myself. So I pay somebody to come in and do it, right? But it's people that have. I used to have a housekeeper every Saturday when I had a bigger place. And it ain't like, oh, you making so much money, you can have a housekeeper. No, that ain't what it is. Is that I want this treatment. I want this. I know how important it is how good I feel with my environment clean. When I come in my closet, I open my door, right? I open my closet, I slide my closet open, and I see all my clothes just organized, like just so neat up there, all my stuff folded. It just does something to me. It makes me feel powerful. And therefore, I go out and be what I feel. But think you open that closet up, it's mess everywhere, clothes on, you're going to be like, feel me? You're going to feel that. You're going to feel that, right? You're going to feel the cluttered around you. You're going to feel it. You got to clean your environment. Keep your stuff around you because it's going to give you a certain feeling. It's going to give you a certain self-esteem about yourself. But think about it. Some people leave their house, it's like that. When you go in your car, bam, next thing you know, your car like that. Follow me on YouTube, y'all. Corey_Cofield. This is the morning shift where we shift your perspective to only see what you wish to experience. How many know that your perspective will create your life? Your perspective will create your life. Whatever your perspective will be, your life will follow, not far behind. And so my desire is to be able to be here Monday through Saturday, 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and 8:30 on the East Coast. That's my goal, to be here because I want to be able to give us a different perspective, to be able to see something a little different. And I'm just checking in with y'all. I'm just checking in, saying hello, saying I love y'all, saying that everything is amazing. But I also want to just, if I see little areas that I know we can do better, then I'm going to share it with y'all. And I just see so many people walking around in clutter. But think about it. If you're successful, if you're doing pretty decent and you in clutter, just think what you would do if you straighten up. Just think of what you would do when you straighten up. Let's read some of these statistics, these studies that they talked about on cleanliness. All right. Cleanliness and exclusive function. Look at this. Princeton University Neuroscience Institute in 2009, they did a study finding that physical clutter competes for attention and reduces performance and focus. Conclusion: growing up in clean, organized environments may support better focus, impulse control, and goal setting, all linked to higher chances to succeed. This is a study that was done by Princeton University Neuroscience Institute. These people study the mind. They take thousands of people and research them to find out how they grew up, what kind of environment they grew up in. And they put all this data together to give us an overall view of how things are. And if you're doing everything you can to be successful, like I say all the time, even if you gave me a 1% chance of winning something more than the next person, I'm taking those odds. If you can tell me something that'll give me a 10% chance of winning more, being successful more. But some of this stuff that we be talking about, you be having 75% more chance to be better if you implement it. Who wouldn't do it? If you want to be great, if you're looking to be successful, you implement the stuff that successful people do. If you want to be great, you implement everything that successful people do. Y'all, thank y'all for sharing. PKR, thank you so much for liking the live. Be like, thank you. You know, I appreciate you. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Regardless of what, you could be doing anything you want to do. But if you listening to me and my message right now, gracias. Let's look at another study that was done by the Harvard Center of Developing Child. This is a study that was done by Harvard Center of Developing Child. Childhood environment and long-term achievements. Listen to this. Harvard's Center of Developing Child, they finding that stable, structured, and clean environments in early life predict stronger cognitive development and emotional regulation. Harvard said this. Their department that they have for developing children and studying children found that a stable, structured, and clean environment in early life predicts stronger cognitive development and emotional regulation. That means they think better and they control their emotions when they grow up in homes that's organized and clean. What's the conclusion? While not about messiness directly, while this is not about messiness directly, clean environments are often part of a stable, nurturing home. Excuse me. It matters about your environment. And if your environment is cluttered, then let's get to it today. Let's get to it today. Let's straighten up a little bit today. And a lot of us, we underestimate little by little. But don't you know it take longer to build a skyscraper than to do a chicken coop? If you build in your life, it's gonna take some time. And if you're cleaning your space, if you're cleaning your environment, it's gonna take you some time to get it done. It's okay. But start somewhere. I went in my refrigerator yesterday. I got me a garbage bag and I went and I cleaned out everything in there. If I hadn't eaten it, it's out. It was some good food in there. I'm looking like, man. I said, Corey, it's been in here 3 days. It's over. Throw it away. I had some, oh my God. I had a baked potato, right? A stuffed baked potato with filet, what? Mignon, whatever that steak is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. filet mignon, right? It had filet, what I said earlier, and shrimp. It was so, I promise, it's one of the best baked potatoes I ever had. Stuffed baked potato was so fire. And with this special sauce made over it, oh my goodness. And I had like some more left, right? A whole nother one with these big chunks of this steak, fine steak, so tender, and shrimp. And I left it. I'm like, okay, I'll just eat that one tomorrow. I did, and I got some more good food. And I left it in there for, I know it is 2 days. I'm like, okay, the shrimp might not be good, but the steak. And then I just say, man, throw that junk away. It's been in there a couple days. I went through my whole refrigerator. Next thing I know, I'm like, wow, okay. Like, I can deal with this. Open your freezer. Bro, if your freezer look like a Coke exploded in that joint, look, take your time to get it together. Look at B like, she just be filet. I love her so much. Hey, y'all, check out B like Foundation. She's so sweet, man. She's so sweet. She always be on me like, help me pronounce stuff. It's filet, right? So listen, filet mignon, I had that, right? So anyway, I had to throw that stuff out. I'm looking around and I got all this stuff in my refrigerator that I ain't ate in a long time. You look down in the little vegetable thing, you got tomatoes in that boy looking like, you feel stuff rotten. Look, throw all that stuff away. Some of y'all, let me tell you, some of y'all know your closet is ridiculous. You got about 200 pair of the same shirt, right? Well, I'm joking a little bit, but I'm so serious when I say that our life and the clutter is affecting how we're living. It really is. It's affecting our emotional state. Clean out your closet. If you got some clothes that you haven't worn in a year, if you got anything that you haven't worn in a year, give it away. You know why? The minute you do that, you're opening the door for a replacement. And so often, if I got a couple pair of shoes that, I know I wore, they like slightly used and stuff like that, get a little crease in them or whatever, I'll give them away. Some people be looking like, hey, I paid $200. But I'm thinking like every time I do this, I can do this. Some of us can't get a new wardrobe because you holding on to the old one like it's the last thing ever that's gonna be produced. All your cars, all them hangers is all taken up by stuff you ain't wore in a year. You saying, okay, I'm gonna get in that one day. Give it away to somebody that can get into it today. And then get on your journey. And I guarantee you, not too long, you're gonna go be able to get it again. And it's gonna be what you need right there. If, like B like said, she said, I feel that way. If things are out of order, she said, she been cleaning all week. Because it matters. It matters. How your environment is will predict how your life will be. Let's look at another study. Habits of success in people. Duke University. Yeah, start popping every time I say something cold. Just, Duke University estimates 40% of our daily behavior is habit driven. People raised in tidy environments often internalize habits like time management, responsibility, self-discipline, which are foundational for adults' success. God day PKR, y'all day. Tell you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at that. Duke University estimated 40% of our daily behavior is habit driven. 40% of what you do every day is based upon habits that you have. And people raised in tidy environments, clean environments, upkept environments, they internalize habits like time management, which is super important. Responsibility, isn't that important? Self-discipline. These things are vital to our success as adults. So if you're raising your child in a house that's cluttered and junky and nasty, you're abusing them. Sorry. Not sorry. You hearing the studies right now. And guess what? Let me take that back. I can't say you're abusing them because maybe you didn't know. Maybe you didn't know. So I'm going to say maybe you're not intentionally doing it. But I'm telling you right now that if you're raising your kid in that kind of environment and you're causing them to pick up these bad habits based upon what they're living in, these are kids. They don't know. You're going to put that to them. So you can do all you want to make them look good, do their hair, give them a haircut, do all this stuff, give them their little Nikes. You got people that have 3-year-olds walking around with diamond chains on and a watch, and you 3. That's okay. If that's your preference, I got nothing to say about that. Nothing at all. But if you know that the stuff you're doing is leading your child to have a less chance of survival, then what do you call that? Whether you knew it or not. Like they say, ignorance of the law is no excuse. Just because you didn't know it was 40 miles an hour limit and you doing 100 through there and you get a ticket and say, I didn't know, you're going to say, so here's your ticket. So just because you didn't know that was abuse to your child doesn't mean that you wasn't abusing them. And if you allow your child to grow up in an unclean environment with a house dirty, dishes all piled up, you got clothes all stacked up in the corner, you know what I'm saying? The bathroom not clean. If you allow your kid to grow up in that, then you are abusing them. And even if you didn't know it, okay, but let's make some changes. Let's make some changes. Shout out to Be Like, my moderator. She be keeping this stuff in check. You would get blocked super fast saying some ignorant stuff. So I'm glad to have Be Like in. Thank you, PKR, for asking. So let me tell you this. If you allow your kid to grow up in that, okay, let's make some changes. And it may be tough to hear. But so what? It's all good. We can make it better. It don't got to stay that way. It doesn't have to stay that way. Let's look up some more studies. Not saying that just because you grow up in chaos and there all this stuff, you won't be successful. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're more likely to be successful because a lot of people grew up in environments of just pure like poverty in every single way, shape, and form, and they fought through all that to be successful, right? Some people grew up in a nastiest environments, and that pushed them to say, I'm getting out of here and I'm gonna create a better environment, right? And so not all people that grow up in chaos and stuff like that are, turn this fan on. I'm not just saying you destined for destruction. You feel me? I'm not saying that, but I'm saying you are more likely to be successful if you straighten up your environment, if you keep the stuff around you clean, you know? And so that's all I'm saying, y'all. Like I said, I just want to do everything I can to give us an upper hand to get up. Anything I can find to give us an upper hand to get up, I'm going to share it with us. Anything that can give you an advantage, I want to know about. Right? And so anything that I can help you win at, I'm going to tell you. And so that's what we're doing, you know? It's okay, though. Like I said, man, just do a little bit at a time. And you don't have to just do it all at once. Don't stress yourself out. Like my dad used to always say, the only person that starts on top is a person digging a hole. Let me see this camera. The only person that starts on top is a person digging a hole. It's wild, right? So anything we want to do to be successful, we just take our time and do it little by little, right? Oops, I got a hole in my lip. No, I don't. I take that back. My lip's perfect. No holes. So yeah, just make some commitments, y'all. Let's start doing stuff little by little. You know, wash one load a day. You know, gotta get it done. Just wash one load a day. That way your clothes don't be all piled up. And make a rule like this: when you wash it, dry it, fold it. That's a new song. Wash it, dry it, fold it. Wash it, dry it, fold it. Wash it, dry it, fold it. No, because I'm saying, like, really, you can wash them clothes and dry them joints, and they be a pile of clothes. And next thing you know, now you got a bunch of clean chaos. You picking through clothes, trying to find a sock, and you doing it every morning. So that's a whole frustrating thing you got to do, because you're trying to grab something to clothes and wear your underwear, and you got to dig through stuff to get it. You feel me? Like, nah, bro, that ain't cool. Just being able to just go grab your stuff and put it on, it just gives you, like I said, once again, it gives you just a good feeling, man. Oh yeah, by the way, be like, thanks for the reminder. Tonight is our Mindfest meetup. We do it every Monday night on Zoom, 6:30 PST, 9:30 EST. Just DM me for the link if you want to get it. The Mindfest meetup is where we come on Zoom. We've been doing it for a long time. And you got people, you got doctors, you got people that's in law, you got producers, artists, different people that show up on Monday Zoom, and we all just hold each other accountable. We talk about goals. We go over successful books. We just do everything we can to help each other jump the line. You meet people that in all walks of life, people who specialize in AI, all kind of stuff that help us move further, right? Hey, hold on. Somebody said, be like say, I'm a pile queen. Hey, that's why I said that, because trust me, um, I'm the same way. The other day, I went and got some clothes that I washed, I dried it, and it was in the dryer, like 3 days. It was my white clothes. This thing I know, they in the dryer 3 days. And guess what? Instead of folding them, I just went and got what I needed out the dryer. I needed a white tank top, so I go get it and then get a pair of socks and leave the stuff in there. Finally, that last day, I said, if you don't get this out this dryer, and I did it. And guess what? It took me about not even 15 minutes to fold that stuff up, right? It took me not even 15 minutes. And then I put it up. The whole thing took 20 minutes to do. And I was stopping and doing all kind of stuff. But all I'm saying is, how much more peace that I had to be able to just go grab a white pair of socks or this shirt. Check out the custom merch, y'all. Put yourself on Do Not Disturb to focus in on your life. This is our custom merch. You can go to CoreyCofield.com to check it out. You feel me? Do not disturb. Do not disturb. Do not disturb. Sometimes you got to put yourself on Do Not Disturb to get stuff done, right? It's like putting your phone on D&D. That's where it come from. I got it from my kids, because no matter what, my kids' phone, they always keep it on D&D. I'm like, how you supposed to get a call? I don't Do Not Disturb. Why? Because I don't want to be disturbed. I'm like, you got a phone. And I'm like, oh, okay. You're right. Just because you got a phone don't mean people can just access you when they want to. Sometimes you got to shut it down in order to get stuff done, right? So you see we got these. We got the Make America Dream Again line from our Mindfest, So we got a lot of merch, y'all, that just that help us focus on what we believe. So if y'all want to support me, here we go. If y'all want to support me, you can do it through Cash App. That's CTE Cash, C Cat T Thomas E Edward Cash. That's on Cash App. Or you can go to CoreyCofield.com and get some merch. What would your seeds do, right? It helps me be able to do this, right? I don't get paid to sit sometimes an hour, almost 2 hours sometimes, and encourage and help people win, give us new perspectives and nuggets and stuff that sometimes you may not sit down and have the time to research and do this stuff, right? So I stand there, I get in the gap and I go get it, right? And it also helps us film these kind of talks so that we can put these out. You said I forgot my whites all together. And you got 3 closets? Yo, that's be like, you got 3 closets? What's in 3 closets? Yo, that's a lot of stuff. I knew it. Be like, got a lot of clothes, just like the rest of us. But 3 closets though. Okay. 2 closets. All right, that's a little better. And my buddy Caleb's. I love you, Caleb. Shouts out to you, brother. Thank you for all you've done and how you driving this movement to help other people. And may everybody that's affected by your spirit and your presence be encouraged on today to keep fighting and keep pushing. Kayla's birthday is tomorrow, y'all. All right, bet we're going to celebrate that. If you do a celebration, any birthday cakes, please FaceTime me. You know how to get in contact with me. Be Like, that's my moderator. Check out the Be Like Foundation. Her child passed away a few years back from a form of cancer, and now Be Like Foundation raises funds and does stuff to help other people, not just kids, to fight cancer. So shouts out to her mission. Be Like Giving Tuesday is on tomorrow. So y'all look her up. Be Like. Let me see. Did she put it in the comments? Put it in the comments, Be Like, so I can post it on the social media stuff. Throw it on Facebook or something like that. Yeah, so her son passed away of cancer 12 years ago on Father's Day. Right? 12 years ago on Father's Day. And she's been fighting ever since, you know. I can't imagine that, you know, but to get back to life and to do everything, you know, that she's doing is amazing, right? After losing your child. So shouts out to her. You know, tomorrow's is Giving Tuesday, as she said. You know, y'all can go over to Be Like Foundation, belikefoundation.org. Throw it on Facebook for me so I can put it on my other live stream. I know on TikTok we got it. I can see it in the comments on TikTok. The Be Like Foundation.org. So yeah, check her out. Our little homie's birthday is tomorrow. We're gonna celebrate that, and just go support y'all. Do what y'all can. Sometimes she be saying $2, like donate $2, bro. Like we don't got $2, you know. But it's all good, man. We appreciate y'all being with me again. You know, as I said, I took a little time off because honestly, I had to redirect myself because sometimes you can look at your efforts and then you can say, okay, what am I gaining? And sometimes you can start to look at what the benefit, you know, look at the numbers. And anytime you look at the numbers, you're not going to win, man. You'll get discouraged. So you got to do what you meant to do, regardless of whether or not someone is supporting you or not. You got to do what you got to do, whether or not you got 1,000 viewers or 6 or 1, right? Sometimes you got to do it, whether people buying your merchandise, supporting you on Cash App, supporting the mission. If you don't see anybody doing it, sometimes you still got to go, right? Sometimes you still got to do what you know you need to do. And being transparent, as I always be on here, I started to look at like, man, I'm getting up every single day at 4 a.m, doing all I can to get this stuff out. And, um, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of like benefits. It's like, man, how do you monetize that? Just being honest. Like if you wake up and you stream and you got to study, days, and then believe it or not, when you got a positive message, sometimes you'll hit more resistance, because believe it or not, it's powers that don't want you to get good information. They don't want you to change your perspective. They don't want you to say, no, I got all I need already. No, I am great. Because a depressed people is a dependent people. If you can keep a person depressed, you'll keep them dependent. You ever went to a park where they said don't feed the animals? You ever went to any of that, a museum? I mean, like a aquarium or something, they say don't feed the animals. You know why? Because when you feed them, they get dependent upon the hand that feeds them. And before you know it, they stop doing everything that they got to do in order to eat, because they come straight to the hand that do it easily. And that's why I be against like just infinite EBT and all these programs. Because if you know every month they're about to give you $1,200 in free food, why would you ever go out and try to make your own way? Because somebody gonna hand you the free food. But if you don't got 1,200, I guarantee you're gonna go out and create a way to get it. And so that's why I say it got to be some type of limitation that we put on just handing stuff for free to people. I saw a study that said the people that grew up with silver spoons and stuff gave to them was more likely to be failures and had more depression and more doubt, more self-esteem issues, because they had stuff handed to them, versus a person that went out and got it. As my dad say, take the stairs. People try to jump in the elevator, go straight up. But when you take the stairs, you get to see what's on every step, and it prepares you. It prepares you as you go up. Excuse me. You get stronger. You get better. I love y'all, man. I just want us all to be amazing and great. I want to just do every single thing we can to be great. Cut out every habit. I gave a message the other day. I said, avoid every opportunity to operate in mediocrity. Avoid every opportunity to operate in mediocrity. What does that mean? That means if you know you're supposed to be up at 7 o'clock, then don't hit the snooze button 4 times. That's an opportunity to deal in mediocrity. That's a time to be mediocre. No, I'm up when I know I'm supposed to be up. If I say I'm working out, I'm going to work out. And like I said, a lot of us get perfection. We try to be perfect, and we try to do everything so perfect, but you can't. But you can be exceptional. Exceptional is what it takes to be successful. Think about basketball, LeBron James, exceptional, right? Look at any sport, any high-level sport, any high-level operating people that meet operating in stocks and bonds, or any person who's operating at a high level in any field has a certain sense of being exceptional. Now, perfect means you got it all together, there's no mistakes. That's impossible because there's always going to be something, but you can be exceptional. You know what exceptional says? Exceptional said, I'm scared, but I move anyway. Exceptional say, I'm tired, but I get up and stream live at 5:30 anyway. Exceptional say, man, I feel broken, but I'm going to get up and I'm going to say something to help somebody anyway. So perfection is no mistakes. You got it all together. It's a fallacy. It can't happen. But you can be exceptional where you can say, regardless of how I feel, I'm doing what has to be done. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to stream regardless if I see 20,000 viewers or if I see one. I'm going to get up and I'm going to stream and I'm going to tell people everything I felt that Yah told me to say, even if I don't make a dime. I'm going to do it anyway. Because I want to be, I aim to be, and I am exceptional. As we was created by Yah to be exceptional. So ask yourself, are you being exceptional? Keeping your house and your environment clean is being exceptional. I would tell every person, at least get your car washed and vacuumed out on the inside at least once a month. I do it more than that. But I'm telling you, how you ride to work and the environment you in riding to work will dictate how your day go. Even if your car is not the best car. I'm telling you, I had a car so raggedy that I had to go under the hood to cut the lights on. I'll never forget, I'm at a party at a club, right, called Legends. No, the Warehouse Club in Detroit. I'm down there with my suit on. I'm super fresh. And I'm in the most raggediest car you ever saw. I parked that mug about 4 blocks over. It's wintertime. I didn't even care. It's cold. I'm walking like through the snow. Nobody gonna see me get out that mug, right? And so I met these 2 girls. They beautiful. I'm in there talking. Hey, y'all. Nah, 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 nah. They like, yeah, nah, nah, nah. And so the end of the night come. They like, all right, we about to go. I'm like, all right, let's go. Walk them out. And they like, you gonna go to your car? I'm saying, no, I'm waiting on somebody. I'm waiting on somebody. They like, oh, you sure? I'm like, yeah, but I know I don't want them to see me go near that car because I don't know where they parked at, right? And so I'm probably like 2 blocks down, you know what I'm saying? Without the exaggeration. It's about 2 blocks down. And so when you come out the club, it's really it's one street you go down where everybody park at. So I didn't know where they were on that street. So I didn't want to walk with them to their car and they see me and I get in this joint, right? So I'm telling them, oh, wait, go ahead. So they go. They're like, okay, see you later. Nice meeting you. I get the number, everything. They leave. I'm like, yeah. So I wait about 5 minutes. I go walking down the street, like, get in my car. And man, I got to pop the hood to put the lights on because I got to click these lights to the battery and make them come on. Raggedy car, open the door like, that mug was beat up. It was sky blue and rust. That mug was sky blue and rust. And the rust wasn't the color. You're right. Hey, Ebony Queen, you're right. I had a car, but listen. Yeah, but I'm telling you, it had a hole in the floor in the back. I dropped my sandwich through that mug one time. My wing bean dinner said that jug and fell over and went through the floor. I said, God. Okay, so Pete, I walk out. I'm telling you, I'm suited, trench coat on, looking like $1 million. And so they girls go. And so I hurry up, get in the car. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. Transmission ticket in that bug. So it turned on, right? And now I got to go into the hood to turn the lights on. I'm like, God, hurry up. I get out, pop the hood, and I got to prop it up with a stick because there ain't no holding it up by itself. That mug falling on your head if you don't got a stick under there, right? So I go in the trunk, get the stick, plop it up. I'm trying to put the stuff on. I get one light connected. The drive, the passenger light come on. Now, your lights come on at the same time when you hit the switch, right? Not these. The mugs was like the clap on. One at a time, yo. So listen, the passenger light come on. I'm like that. So, and now my hands is freezing because it's below zero. We in Detroit, Michigan in the wintertime. So I'm trying to do this with no gloves. I get the other one. As soon as I get the other one, it's clicking and flashing on because you got to tie it around there just right for it to stay on. So when you're doing it, it's cutting on like flick, 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 flick. As soon as I do it, I look, I see, I hear, hey, see, I look up and it's the girls. She in a Benz with the window down, like, hey, looking at me. I'm like, and the car sounded like it had my car, that bug motor knocking all kinds. They looked at me like, hey, and see, you know Detroit women, boy, they don't play. She gonna let me know she saw me. Man, I felt like a fake $2 bill, man. I said, hey, she pull off. I fix the light, slam the hood, get in the car, and then the frost didn't work in the front to make the window. So I'm wiping the window, going home. That was a story, right? And what I learned out of that is quit perpetrating, bro. Just, you feel me? I ain't even had to be doing all that. I was in my 20s when that happened, right? I just, and so yeah, that I know it was a blessing to have a car. So some people didn't get it because I felt like, hey, I got to the club just like them. I was in there next to you. It don't matter how I got there. But that was a big lesson. I look over at her friend, in the car, you can see one person, right? To give y'all an example. Repeat this. So, it's a car, you like this. She like, hey. She looking at me like this. And her girl like this. Looking past her right at me like. So both of them just looking. She right here, her girl right here. Hey. I'm in the car. Trying to put the lights. That was terrible. But now though. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all up on me. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all up on me. But life is good, man. I just wanted to check in on y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. It feels good to be here. It really does. It really feels good to be here. And so thank y'all for inviting people on TikTok. Thank you. Listen, just my words is just saying it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be all right. Thank y'all. No matter how things look, man, y'all is still in control. And so in closing, I'm gonna ask you this. Is there anything that you know you were supposed to do that you haven't done? Is there anything that you know you were supposed to do that you haven't done? Then ask yourself, is it holding you back? Could it have made you further along if you have done it? And if you can say yes, I beseech you to get to it today. And every person who's watching this, who's going to watch this, I send over supernatural energy your way right now to give you strength to complete the task. I send over a super a supernatural energy to you right now to help you complete the task. I encourage you to know that your call is not a conference call. Everybody's not going to get it. Everybody's not going to appreciate what you're doing. But just know that you win. Get to doing what you know you were supposed to do. Make it a great day. And bless somebody else today. All right? Bless somebody today. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Somebody said this was for me today. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You win. Execute on the stuff you know you're supposed to do, and it will work. If you want to join the Mind Fest meetup tonight, please do. We'll be there. As we said, we'll be there ready. All right. We'll be there tonight, 6:30 p.m. PST. DM for the link. DM me and I'll send you the Zoom link. It's free. We got all sorts of people that come there and just help each other grow. If you need to partner and align with people that's operating at a high vibrational level, then join the meeting tonight. We got doctors, we got people that practice law, we got all kind of producers, artists, people that show up there. So that you want to do that, pop out. Okay. Y'all day. Thank y'all for watching.